This project's called ColorFL, and we're going to go look at the basic color wheel, the three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And we're also going to look at the secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. Okay, purple. So we're going to start with, we're going to do this in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so we're going to open up Adobe Illustrator 2017, CC 2017. We're waiting. Well, we're waiting. Well, we're waiting. Well, we're waiting. Okay, not waiting anymore. Not waiting anymore. Okay, we're going to go File. New. And we're going to go to Print. Letter. Set points to inches. And we're going to call this ColorFL. ColorFL. Okay? And we're going to click Create. There we go. So we're going to use the point click tool, which is the type tool where you just click, and we're going to call this the color wheel. Use the selection tool to make it title size near the top, like that. You can also play around with the color wheel and make it a color. Right? Right? If you want. Okay, so you can see I've torn out the type tool and the basic shape tools already. Just review that with you. Let me close everything here. We're just going to click and hold over, and then we're going to go to the end here and click that. Okay. Mr. Mendez, you follow along with that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to click on the ellipse tool. And this one I'm going to do a little differently. I'm just going to click. And when I click, it opens up this ellipse menu. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. This would allow me to set the size of the color if I need it, like for sure it to be 1 inch or 2 inch, right? So I'm going to make it 2 inches wide and 2 inches tall or high. I'm going to click OK. Alright. And there's my color wheel. Now I want the stroke to be black. There's my first color. Sorry, there's my first color. I want the stroke to be black. And I want the color, I'm just using these drop down colors. I want it to be blue. Okay. Notice that we have the primary colors in this swatch down here. All 6 of them. So I'm going to click on blue. And I'm going to go ahead and move that in the, actually I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to start with red. Start with red. That's first. Okay? We're going to go clockwise from that. So I have a stroke of black and a fill of red on a 2-inch circle. Then I'm going to click on the selection tool. I'm going to hold down the Option key on the keyboard, click and hold, and drag out another one. See how I did that? I could drag out another one just by holding the Option key, so I don't have to redraw it again. But of course I could also just redraw it again. I could just click on the ellipse tool, come over here and click OK, and then use the selection tool. I like the Option key because that's using the keyboard and it's so much faster. This next color is going to be, let's click the drop down and see, it's going to be orange. Okay, then I'm going to hold the Option key and click down. Click another one here. Oops, I clicked 2. Oh, I'll get rid of one. Command 0. And I'm going to make that one, click the fill drop down, make that one yellow. Okay, then I'm going to use Option key, drag out the next one. This one should be just below, so you can use those pink guides to kind of help you out a little bit. This bottom one is going to be green. We're just working our way across. And hold down the Option key. And those guides are really helping me out right now. Get this lined up to what's left and right of it and what's up and down of it. And I'm going to set that one. The next color is blue. And then finally the last one. Hold the Option key down. Drag out. Oops, I didn't hold the Option key down. And get that one into place. And anybody want to take a guess of what that one's going to be?
Yes.
Purple. Very good. All right, so now I want it to look like a wheel.
Oh, you forgot lighting.
So I might have to just adjust it a little bit. Make it look wheel-like. Make sure the gaps in between are about the same. Okay, just looking for them to be about the same. Kind of just eyeballing it. Okay, say that, that's good. All right, so we'll start with, now we need to make some lines. We need to make some connecting lines here. So we've chosen our colors, we've made our circles, we made more lines, we made it into a wheel. Now we're going to draw the lines. So I'm going to use black. Just set my fill and stroke to black. I'm going to click on the line tool, which is just below the type tool. And I'm going to connect the red to the blue. And I want that line to stand out a little bit, so I'm going to click the drop down arrow. Or actually, I'm just going to use the up arrow and thicken that line a little bit like that. Now notice that I've kind of overlapped a little bit. So let me show you how you can fix that. I'm going to zoom in. So I'm going to I'm going to use the zoom tool, which is this little, it's Z on the keyboard, it's a little magnifying glass. And I'm just going to click on the spot that I want to zoom in on. Then I'm going to go to a new selection tool, the white selection tool. This is the bottom selection tool. This is called the direct select. This allows you to make little changes to a shape that already exists. And in this case, I want to make it shorter. So I'm going to go to the very end of it where it says anchor. I'm going to click hold, and I'm just going to move it so that it snaps to the border edge of the circle, to the stroke edge. See how I did that? Now if I use the regular selection tool, what I would have done instead is just move that whole line, right? Would have been moving the whole line, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to shorten the line. So I used the direct select to just shorten the ends. Okay? Let me Command 0 to get back out there. I'm going to go ahead and click on the line segment tool, and I'm going to click the red to the yellow. And I'm going to click the yellow to the blue. Right? And then I'm also going to select I'm going to link up the secondary. So those are the primary colors. Now I'm going to link up the secondary colors. So purple and orange, orange and green, and green to purple. Okay, those are the lines connecting the secondary colors. And finally, I'm going to connect up the complementary colors. So the colors that are opposite each other. So the complementary color of red is green. The complementary color of purple is yellow. The complementary color of blue is orange. Okay? So I'm going to change I'm going to change my line style. I'm going to change my line style to a dotted line. One second here. Okay. So pardon me. There it is. Okay. So you got, this is also a new thing. You got to click on the word stroke, because this is a stroke setting, and you want to go and you click dash line right there. Okay. So now, oh, I didn't want to do it on that one though. Let me Command Z because I had that selected. Let me click out. Let me fix that. Go back to stroke and uncheck that. This will be for the new line I'm going to draw. So let me go to the line tool. Draw this tool that's complementary from red to green. And now since I have that selected, I can click on the stroke, this little stroke link here, and go dash line. And then I could do it with the next purple to yellow and blue to orange. There we go. There's my color wheel. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and file save as, or file save, and make sure it says ColorFL, and make sure it goes to your documents and click save. And then we want to go file, export. By the way, save for legacy. This is period 2 helping me do this training video. They're the audience of this project right now. And class, choral response. What is going to be the image, the size? 250. 250 pixels. Good. Okay. And make sure it's JPEG high. Then you got to click save. Then you got to click save again. And then you got to click save. But make sure it's going to go where in the documents, ColorFL. Click save. Then you're done with Illustrator. You can quit Illustrator.
Go to Web Start.
And then you go to Web Start. You log into Web Start. I hear an echo. And then I want to edit site. Gonna go to my graphics page. Graphics page. Notice how everything's labeled. Everything's got to be labeled. I'm missing something here. What am I missing? My doodle bob. I don't have my doodle bob. Okay, I'm going to insert, image, upload, documents, look for color. Look for ColorFL. You find it faster than I could find it because I got more stuff than you. Okay, so there's my ColorFL. And I'm going to insert it, and I'm going to place it down right about here or so, and then I'm going to use title, okay, and I'm going to set my title size to, I think, what, 24 is what we've been using, and I'm going to call this ColorFL. Click out, click back, and put a tight text box around that and slide that right underneath. Use those guidelines. Then I click save. And then I'm going to not now this. And go to dashboard and sign out. And we are done. Good job, class.